Okay, so I'm doing a tutorial. So this is a tutorial on how I make teams. It's not how you have to make teams, but it's my Skype. It's like a way that I make teams. When I make teams, I don't put Pokemon that are annoying to play against. Like I don't like Ferrothorn because I hate battling against Ferrothorns, and so it's annoying for people who are against me, and I don't like being annoying to people who are against me. So teams that dominate in OU or in most tiers are normally weather teams, and that's one of my teams. It has a Keldeo and Poly Toad. It's a pretty standard water team, but these are the team that I normally make is normally very different. It has so I'll show you the team. So one of the main Pokemon I have is Terrakion with leftovers. The only ability it has, and I normally give it Substitute, Swords Dance, Stone Edge, and Sacred Sword because Sacred Sword does damage to the opponent, and the opponent doesn't normally. It does damage to the opponent, not on the stat, and the stat boosts don't matter. So yeah, and because Terrakion's so fast, you can normally outspeed Pokemon, get a Substitute up, start Swords Dancing, and then like destroy them with his moves because not there aren't any Pokemon that are like there are no Pokemon that can resist both those moves. So now what I normally have on my normal teams is I have Cloyster or just any Rapid Spinner, but normally I have Cloysters because Cloyster has Skill Link and it can double as a physical attacker as well with Rock Blast, Icicle Spear, and Ice Shard. And then yeah, and on teams I sometimes put stealth rockers and stuff like Fortress. If I did have a stealth rocker, I'd use Fortress, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now I'm gonna make this team a normal team. So next I always have a special attacker because all teams have special attackers, of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be very good. And this varies with all my teams. Sometimes I have Pokemon like Latios, or sometimes I have Rotomoshes or Tentacruel. Tentacruel's really weird, but I do that sometimes. And yeah, so on this team I'm gonna have my special attacker will be Gengar, cause yeah. And normally when I have Gengars, I give them choice specs, which is weird and nobody expects it. That's why I do it. And I normally give it Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, and I think I give it, or maybe I don't really remember what I did, but normally, yeah, that's what I do. And then I make it a fast specs because it's so fast it can outspeed many Pokemon. Now I have, since Cloyster is physically defensive, I think, yeah. So now I have a special defensive Pokemon, and normally I have Blissey because it has so much HP that even if you do hit it with an attack with a normal attack, it doesn't do any damage really because of the HP. But if um if I wasn't gonna use that, I would probably use maybe Rotomosh. Like sometimes I use Rotomosh for this role, or anything with good special defense really, like even even Jellicent sometimes. But for now I'm gonna use Blissey because it's my standard special defense Pokemon, and almost all my Pokemon have leftovers because I can never really think of anything else to give it. But so with Blissey's gonna be my just gonna be a Pokemon. It's just gonna be a, I'm not, I can't. What's wrong with me? So Blissey, I'm gonna give it. Normally I either give it Natural Cure or Healer, but I'm gonna give it Natural Cure just because I want to give it Natural Cure. And for some reason, Aromatherapy and like the whatever don't work. So I give it, normally I give it Seismic Toss, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, Toxic. Okay, and my What? Okay, so my fifth Pokemon. Normally I have this slot for me varies. But normally I have just like a beast Pokemon, a Pokemon that looks threatening because then the opponent gets scared of this Pokemon instead of the rest of my team, and the rest of my team is the part that's supposed to is the part that actually does stuff. So with Dragonclaw, Earthquake, Sword Dance, and Stone Edge. No, this move with my Gary Chomp is normally different. It the rough skin Stone Edge. Okay. This slot can be different. Normally I either have Outrage, Fire, or Fire Fang, but I'm gonna put Stone Edge just because Stone Edge is a good move. And for my last slot, I put in a Pokemon that doesn't seem threatening but is threatening. Like the opponent doesn't expect it to be a strong Pokemon and I normally have Infernape in that slot because normally people don't use Infernapes anymore. Yeah, so wait a sec. Wait, is this stronger than attacker? Okay. So I'm gonna make this guy. Wait, do I have any? I'm gonna make this guy a special attacker because I don't have very many of those yet. So I don't even know. Not Stone Edge. I don't want Stone Edge on. Grass Knot, Nasty Plot, U-Turn, just because I need a U-turn sometimes, and Fire Blast. This is a very weird set, and you're probably thinking, but I use it sometimes. So yeah, let's see how this team does. I'm gonna call this team test team list. Sorry for a second there, I forgot how to use this recorder. Anyway, so let's test out this team. Oh, and I only have 3 more minutes. And I'm gonna make this battle as fast as possible. If the opponent's taking too long, I'm just gonna forfeit. But yeah, you'll get the point anyway. So let me just look at this team. Okay, when I'm battling, normally I look at the Pokemon in his team and see which ones I need to take out so that I can sweep with one of my sweepers. Normally I like sweeping with Terrakion, so I bring it in on a weak Pokemon that can't damage me much, like Jellicent or one of these 3 Pokemon basically, because these I know, or Umbreon. So I'm gonna lead off with my Gengar. Just because I want to lead off my Gengar, and he has perfect. He's leading off with his Terrakion, so I know he's gonna switch into something that can take a Focus Blast or I don't know, something like that. So I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt. Why didn't he switch? I just don't. Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is choice spec, so it's fine. Okay, so now he's gonna bring in. I don't really think that critical hit mattered, but anyway, now he's gonna bring in something to counter this. So maybe the Jellicent, or maybe the